Alright, it is time again for the fantastic coding here. Wait a minute. Display capture is on. Wonderful. So what we're going to do, we are going to code an asset for the Unity asset store. I don't know. Hopefully that's going to work out nicely. We have a plan. And what we got so far is a little bit of a creating a map. So if the designer comes in here and design their map like this, they can infinitely walk towards this direction with their designed map. Currently this is just let's do the other view there. Currently this is just default tiles, but if you're a designer you can of course use your own tiles and put them in, and we have the script right there slapped onto the main camera.
Supreme
It is the fat cat. Probably. Hold on, we didn't even got the chat up and running. Hold on. Good, that's better. It is the fat cat. Good to see you. What is going on? It's quite early in the morning again. Yeah, but the infinite world is going to get created. However the designer wants it to get created. We have a little bit of a inspector thingy, and if you use this script there, you can even decide if it's infinite or not. Sometimes you just want a map, and it's all tile based. That's the point. But let's not worry about how this. Nobody else reigns supreme. But let's not worry too much about how this is getting used and everything. Let's worry more about the code. So we have a new thing going on, and that new thing is the tiles area getting executed always. So let's see if we can cram in this other, the onInspector GUI. Can we, like the editor GUI, begin change check using the editor? I wonder if we can just trick the code into doing this without having to write any editor script, because this is derived from the editor. It's like watching a college class, is it? I don't know. It's just a little bit of code and we're experimenting. But so far so good. We have this. Let's save this. We have the inspector code and we have the editor code. That means we can change things here, and the game will recognize that. Now, we do have problems here, because we need an always execute, definitely. Otherwise, no dice. And that's why this is stuttering into existence, and we don't want that at all. What are we running here? Start the coroutine, create areas. Yep. That is not a good idea. This just adds in there, that's fine. All we should get now is a confirmation that the code is running even though we're not in play mode. And that's alright. We have a preview here and boop, tells us this. Also, this stuff got created now, and we can delete it. So if we now again confirm, we see that this is going on, and this is just a little bit of a debug log, and it means that into the infinite open world script, we are adding in this tile area, and we keep adding it in, which is also not intended. That's weird, because it shouldn't. If it contains this, it should not add it back in. So flipping this on, off, on, off, on, off probably adds in too many tiles. No, does not. It's just because we saved the script and it recompiled. You're great teachers, as a fat cat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if anybody learns from this. Probably not, because nobody is even watching this and nobody cares for the C# code that we're writing here. But it's alright. It's alright. We have to finish our first project yet. We have to prove ourselves. It is how the world works, and that's fine. Good. So also, let's see if we fix the issue. Let's go to the tiles area and flip this on and off. And see what we got here. A single element, no matter how many times we flip it. Good. That's the point. But yeah, what if we could trick this? The begin end check, editor GUI. That could be amazing. Let's copy the whole method. It's just a function here. But let's copy it. And we're also going to check for the begin, of course. We try default inspector. On inspector GUI this all happens. All happens on inspector GUI. Editor GUI. So what if we did not have this at all? Because we really don't want it, actually. How do we disable this? Custom editor, create timeable. I think is enough to comment this out. Then it won't work. This also will probably cause an issue here. Invalid token, what? 3028, that's alright. That's probably not a big deal. What? What's your complaint? Invalid token, parenthesis in class record structure interface member declaration. It's not a member declaration, is it? Editor GUI. I think it just doesn't know it. Is the problem, so we cannot track it. This must be in an editor. Let's see if it complains about something else as well. Oops. Dum dum dum. Nope, it does not complain about anything else. We don't like this editor script. But it might be the only way to check for a beginning and an end if the designer switches up values inside. That is the thing. Now, we can leave it in and fire anything we want inside of here. That works. But the problem is we would have to fire it with the execute always tag. And we really cannot execute the target from inside of this for some dumb reason. So we have to run around like a spaghetti noodle, which we don't like at all. This is really dumb. So what if we had the area creation code inside of this class? We like everything inside that. We like God objects, don't we? Now everybody who knows a little bit about code is screaming, no, compartmentalize. And this is just a Unity asset. Relax. You can have a little bit of a God object here. And you could even have one in your game, no problem. Look at all the AAA stuff where you play the game and you feel the code is spaghetti. You feel it. You know it doesn't make any sense. A noob was coding it for the AAA game. And you can be 100% sure there is no optimization happening in a game like, I don't know, Hitman or RimWorld or whatever. It is just one big mess. What we're doing doesn't even come close to what is happening there in terms of standard avoiding of pitfalls in coding. So even our funky way of doing the curly brackets does not even come close to the chaos that is the code of AAA games in modern times. You can see there comes patch after patch. But we're on a rant. This is just stalling again because we're too lazy to write the code. But let's write it. Let's write it. Create area here. Let's put the area creation inside of this. Let's take it from here.
Hone your skills.
That's right. We must hone your skills. We better do. And this is crazy. Why does it say only one viewer? We know we have 1 million viewers. This is terrible. There is the fact that the fat cat is watching, and it always counts the streamer when they have it open somewhere. This is highly disruptive. But it's fine. If anybody has any questions, ask me anything. We know a lot about code here. But not as much as a professional coder, we have to be honest. Still, we're coming from a design background. And even that is a lie, isn't it? We're just doing this since even before puberty. It doesn't mean we're good at it. Kinda does, if we're being honest. But alright, tiles area. Take the code from here and dump it into there. How about that? Create areas is an I enumerator, which is good. We love our coroutines. Coroutines are beautiful. Now, in order to put this in the tiles area, we have to deal with all the different variables that are not in here. And this runs into the camera thingy. So where are we looking for it? It's no big deal to put it here. We do have an infinite... What the heck is going on? Infinite open world. That is the God script. IOW. And it sits on the camera. If it doesn't sit on the camera, then this will cause problems. So yeah, we have to talk about this in the... This is not keeping it simple. And that's a big problem. But let's write the code and see. Maybe it's just a single thing. How did you learn this as a fat kid? What, C# coding? Just from reading the manual and watching some YouTube videos that are entertaining. And then practicing. Mostly we'll copy-paste a lot of code. But this code here we wrote ourselves. Good, and we're writing it in real time, so... Yeah, we know that the infinite open world is a script, and there are some scripts, and if you have the scripts in your assets folder, then making a variable from it is not a big deal. Good, but we have one, and this just points to it. It's not a copy of it, and that's also a distinction. It's very complicated, and we know next to nothing about it. We know that it exists, so that is also very good, and we don't run into problems with it much. So just focusing on getting results, that just exposes how little we are skilled in this. But it also goes to show that you don't need much skill to design something fantastic. Anyways, camera main, and we're gonna grab the transform as well, and then get the component. Not sure if we have to grab the get the transform to grab the component. I don't think we have to. Let's try, because get component also works with a game object. Get component. The infinite open world again. Good. And then we don't have to write this down all the time. I better get some more to sleep before church. Good luck with the coding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to see you next time. Which will be later. We're going to play some RimWorld again. Good. Tiles parent. We can make this here. We can put this inside of here. Public tiles parent game object. For now we're gonna hide it later. Hide in the inspector. Hide in inspector. Is this how it works? I don't know. Good. Tiles parent. If tiles is not, tiles area and areas. For each prefab in a. What are we grabbing here? All areas we're grabbing. Alright. We're grabbing the all areas. But they're inside of here. Good. Anything else we got? No. Areas done. IOW. End of create areas. What did we miss? The compiler will tell us. Typo names is named tiles parent could not be found. And that is a simple typo probably. Tiles parent cannot be found. This is what I would hear if I tried coding. What do you mean? Was it gonna tell us? Mercy, but I will that's what you want to hear. Yeah. It is. So I don't understand. We have it here. What is the problem, man? Typo names in the tiles parent could not be found. Is right here. Public. Oh, whoops-de-doo. We had a little bit of an artistic error there. Good. One comes before the other. And what is the other? Create tile does not exist. Of course it does not. Create tile is in the IOW. Good. Oh man. Dum, boom, beam, boom. What now? 54. Creation speed is also in the IOW. Farewell indeed. And 55, creation speed. Again. Look it up in the IOW. Good. Alright, so we're over here now. The question is, can we run this? Can we run this? The infinite open world can start the coroutine create areas. Where is it? Create tile, visibility check, infinity, must be up there somewhere. Map move, create all. No, we put it in here completely. But we're calling it, don't we? Create areas. Good. Let me start routine, create areas. Which is weird. This should throw an error because we don't have the create areas coroutine in there anymore. It's reloading the domain. We have to wait. There you go. Could not be started because we cannot find it. That's very good. It's a nice error. There is a way to give a custom error. So what we could do for the designer, we could give the custom error. Put it somewhere else. But we're not going to do any of this. And we're going to start the coroutine in the all area thingy. Gonna run through the thing there. So create all boop. Create areas. And this will create all areas at the same time. Do we want this? Maybe. We can try it out, can't we? So if the all areas count is above 0, there is no need. There is no need. For each all areas, and this is just an item. All areas. I don't know if the variable thingy works there. For each variable area in all areas, we will start this. Coroutine there. Create area, not areas. Because we have this now a bit different. Let's see. Let's see what it says there. Good, we have one area and it looks like that. It's gonna get built before the dungeon. And let's see. Did not work. Did not work. What does the debug say? Or did it work? Let's maximize so we can distinguish. No. This just did some overriding. Probably. Did not run at all, did it? And then the center tile is created, and then this is completely overridden. Why? Let's not create the starter. This is create all. Are we calling it? Start coroutine, create all. That includes the areas. For each boom. Let's put this somewhere else. Good. And then create all needs a different name. Create level? No. Create rest. Create tiles. Say create map. Alright. Good. And we're not going to start this. We just want the create area. See if it works. So it should not create a map now at all. Means the player character should fall all the way down. Ah! That is nice. Oh, but the player character did not get created at all. Because we did not create the map. That's also undesired behavior. This is better to check. Where's the create map? It was here. Map is done equal to, and then we create a test character. Create test character, huh? Create test character, otherwise no. Create test character. if we don't do it, and the guy is getting created. Create host character instantiate. Get component. Mesh render. What is this? Why do we have this in here? Mesh render enable false. This is on here on the camera. Why is this there? This could easily be somewhere else. Ask character transform position. Create test character. I mean, it's good like that. Just probably have to put it in its own public. Just make here's a good tip. Make all your methods public. Don't worry about it. Just a good tip for a beginner. Because it just usually really doesn't matter if it's protected or private or if you just leave it out. If you do it public, then all your scripts can access it and it will show up in the inspector if it's the type that would show up in the inspector. So all your variables, all your methods, just make them public. And if you're annoyed seeing them in the inspector, just hide them in the inspector like this. Hide in the inspector. That's really good enough. Good. That's a fantastic tip, actually. If somebody comes up with a good argument to not do this, then please be very welcome to post it in the comments. Because what I've seen so far is just people speaking gibberish. Yeah, but if you're a team and then somebody uses the same variable or you have many codes, the worst thing I've encountered is you have many scripts and then every script can access it. Huh? Yeah? The script only does what you, the programmer, tells the script to do. So, really, really crappy argument. But, whatever. Let's just continue on without getting excited about this stuff. Now, there is certainly use cases where you want this private and protected, but they're very niche. They're extremely niche, and probably deep in optimization code. That is that's really cool to know, and never shows up anywhere. Maybe we just don't see it. And that's the point of it. Map is done is true, and we put this here into the spawn character. Good. That is immediately readable. So if the designer says I don't even have characters in my game, they can just comment it out. Not that it does anything. If well, it won't spawn a test character. So yeah, they're gonna have to comment it out if they don't need it. Or delete it. So this all goes in here. Map is done true. Why is this not checking? The map is done before this gets run. Because we want it when the zero tile is created. That's why it's in here. So the areas are done. Then we create the zero tile and drop in the character. So it could be alright in here. Easily. No need for a new thing. But for readability. Let's do this. Just for readability is spawn character. Good. Let's see if we missed anything there. course we did. Return type 192. Why can I not click this? Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, now what were we doing? Since we're not making a map, we don't spawn a character. But alright, whatever. So this works nicely, except we think it gets overridden. Also, where is the spawn? In another infinite open world. In another infinite open world tiles area. We put it... this is this again. Problem is, if we create a tile in the create tile method, it's going to put it somewhere. Create this character. Visibility check. We're up there. Create map. Where is the create tile? Here it is. Good. Replace exist. Replace exist as false. And if it's false, we can return. So where's the parent? And this is really annoying. Tile's parent is the transform. Oh. Right. Tile's parent is a transform. But that is then... This is empty. And that is that. It should not go in this. Here's an infinite world getting created for the rest of it. Alright, let's run it. Can rename the things later. See if we get 2 game objects again, and if it's just something overlapping. Good. This is empty again. Yeah, it did it this time. Not the other time. Huh? And we got pushed into the wrong spot. That's weird. Good, but the infinite world code is running. No problem. It is infinite indeed. Are we wrong here? -1, -1. Pop, 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 pop. This should be the middle. It gets replaced, doesn't it? Preview, and this, we're still not working on that, but we want to. Let's take it out for a moment. Oh no, what is happening here? Let's try an empty list. And again, we're in the wrong spot. Hmm. is rough. This is just rough. How we do it so that it's nice. Create map. And are we in the middle here? Oh, it could be the other character gets pushed and the map is fine. Let's see, the map certainly looks fine. You have the nice cross shape there. And the 0, 0 tile is what? And this again gets filled up. That should not be. It's because we're pressing play. Tile, start tile. Create areas. It is here now. It is done. Where are we putting this? All tons of areas. Is this even used? Previously should be in search for button lift. Oh yeah, this is used. But where? Oh, here. But why is it getting added in there? We have this somewhere. We don't want the tiles area to populate the all areas all the time. Want this once maximum. So if you run it now, it gets populated. That's fine. That it's in there now. Or in here rather. Once. But if we play again, we don't want it again. So let's see where that is happening. This undesired behavior. All areas. Find next. Must be in create area. Is it here? IOW, all areas. Add this on enable. Here it is. Here it is, and it is on enable. So that is terrible. Don't want this at all. If the thing contains, I'm gonna have the same logic again that we're using somewhere else. And we're using here. Good, and we do want to get rid of this, but is this feasible? No. It's not feasible. Good, so here's the create area, and if the area contains contains this, not, then add it. Otherwise do not. Let's see. We expect something in the 34 row, and that is a parenthesis. What now? Can I use IOW before it's declared here? That makes actually a ton of sense. Good. Alright, now let's see if we get the problem again or not. Alright, fair enough. Let's do it again. And we only have this one area now that is there. But what we don't like is that the tiles are getting created somewhere they shouldn't be created. Also, is this solving the problem here that we overwrite things and then we end up in the wrong spot? Doubtful. It's probably a completely different issue. Yeah, what the heck is this? Where are we here? Do we start in -1? Yes, we do. Would be easier to not have to do math here to find that out. Why is this 0, 0, 0? This is the middle? Yeah, this is the middle. And then we have the other things. I thought we were waiting here. Start coroutine, create map immediately. Good. But we will wait until the area is done. If not area is done, then don't do this. This is crazy. Because that should prevent others from coming first. Area's done. Let's give it a default false. Maybe when it's null, it still fires. If that is a solution, then I'm a genius. Good. Of course it's not the solution. Man, I was so hoping I was smart. Damn it. Good, let's go to the other file then. 2 hits in 1 file. Wait, what? Who gives this a true? Find all in all opened. Here, this gives it a true. Because the areas are done. Are we inside of a loop here instead of at the end of the thing? I enumerated? No. So this is happening. Yeah. Are we running this and then keep going? Is this? This should be a coroutine. And we're nulling out here. Maybe it's because everything is getting created immediately. The creation speed is 1 tile per frame. This is not immediately. Where is this? Where is this glitch hiding? We want to wait until this is done before we start. How do we wait inside of a coroutine? Unity coroutine wait 4 seconds. Good. I want to see what happens here. Alright. 5 seconds. Alright, we're creating this real quick. Bop, 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 bop. And then we wait 5 seconds. And then the rest is getting created. Now it works. Has something to do with we're too fast. This is very disconcerting. Extremely disconcerting. Just wait a second here. But man, oh man. You should be waiting until everything is done. Boom, why is this? Oh, do we have the instant enabled? Instant creation here? No. Creation speed is 1. So that means, and why do we have a mesh? Oh, yes. The mesh here, mesh view of some text is related to the test character. But yeah, let's get back to the problem. Why is it popping in like no tomorrow? Let's try something more elaborate. Good. No, it just doesn't want to do it. It wants to do it instant. We have a mistake in our wait code. Oh, yield return. Oh, wait a minute. Tiles area doesn't matter. Tiles area works nice. We thought it would be here the execute always. That would mess with the coroutine. But why would it? No. Tiles created per frame and creation speed. Something is wrong here and we think the tiles area is to blame. Ah. Here we have the parent that we want. Create the tile and then put it there in the parent. But how do we do this? Because create tile is something different. And it doesn't know where it's coming from. That's an issue and I don't want to put in even more parameters. Because we do have a parameter there. But why is the creation speed not working? Creation speed is 1, so we'll wait a frame. If tiles created per frame equals the creation speed, so we have 1 tile created, and then we zero it out here. Why would we do this? Why would we do this? If tiles created per frame equals the creation speed, we zero it out, yeah. Otherwise we wait. Oh. Otherwise we wait a frame. No. We wait a frame in any case. But it doesn't wait. It says yield return null and it does not. Why? If task created preferring equals creation speed. Yeah. Otherwise we don't wait. So if there are 0 tasks created, or less, are we missing this here? Task created per frame 0? We're not. Don't understand. Here it works and there it doesn't. I want it instant. Let's do 3 tiles. Also, wait a minute. If equal, this is dangerous. Because this will never wait. So how are we gonna do this? Task created per frame bigger or equal than the creation speed. Or less. Bigger or equal. Then we null it out. This is actually important. Because what if we want to create 10 tiles and there are only 5 tiles? What if we create 10 tiles per frame and there are only 5 tiles left? Then it's never gonna go down. Good. 3 more. So that works now, but why is the 1 not working? 1 tile per frame, come on. 1 tile per frame we want. That works. Now. Now it works. But if we don't wait that second there, we're going to override again. The one coroutine will be faster than the other for some reason, even though we told them to wait until it's done. See the override here? It's broken. Coroutines in Unity are broken. Confirmed. Let's just wait a second there. Otherwise, too fast. Because we're not waiting a frame? I don't know. But now it works nicely enough. It is fair. It will take a second though, and we don't like that. And there is a return null here. What if we return null again? What if we return null here? It's 2 frames, so we wait for no reason. Create a map. Come on. Just don't want the override, that's all. We can do the areas at the same time. And then the rest, and again. It just doesn't like it. This is just frustrating. Super duper frustrating. Don't need that. Maybe wait a moment instead of a second. Yeah. That is 0.3f. Just a moment there. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Good. So first the tiles areas are getting created. And then the rest is getting created immediately after a moment. Immediately after a moment. Must be good enough. For now. In the polishing off, we're going to probably take a look again. So, but what is it that we want to do? We want to do this in real time. So the user is clicking here something, and then something else happens. Good. Why are we not logging again? Oh, because it's commented chat. Let's see. Good. Still not happening, huh? Debug log. Tiles area. What is the problem? Begin and check on GUI. Surrounded hole. Changing things here. Let's play. Let's see if it breaks anything. It's a new pattern there, which is fine. Still haven't solved the issue of the container game objects. Man, I'm changing here. Begin and check. Custom editor type of tiles area. Editor? Why is the editor here? Yeah, that is working. Oh, now we're going for some reason. Took a while to grab it. That's alright, good. So if we run this script now. Start coroutine. Create area. But it's in the target and we cannot grab it from here for some reason. But we can grab it from there, and that's the stupid thingy there. How we do this? Create areas. Create area for each area in all areas. So we can put this in somewhere else. Let's do that. Good. That's just a regular method. Create designed areas. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Public void create designed areas. There we go. The word could list with tells even more. No. World grid list with tiles that are... This is not descriptive enough. Populate the world list with tiles that are instantiated in the create tile method. Good. Populates the workers with the tiles that are instantiated in the create area method in the tiles area script. Good. So going to create area. Good. It's crazy that this works with a variable there. Create designed areas. Create designed areas. That's what we're gonna call. And that is going to reroute. Reroute roundabout spaghetti style. The name create designed areas does not exist. 22. Oh, of course it doesn't. It's in a different script. Good, because we are going the other triangle route. Good, and since the tiles area executes every time, everywhere at the same speed, this should be created. Also, wait a minute. That's not what we're trying to test. We're trying to test if it's created right now. Nope. Tiles parent. Yeah, this again. The parents are really an issue. This is really an issue. In the inspector, you say? We will have to bite the bullet and give it another variable. Alright, so how do we kickstart these things off? Come with a container game object. Task parent. I don't think we need this. The tiles parent game object. It just adds more stuff. But what if the designer wants to give the container a name? And what if he wants to put it in a container? Then we do need it. Also, tiles parent is again just terrible. How many of these do we have? Looks like we got 3 of them. Alright, we're going to name this map parent. Or level parent? Map parent is also bad. Keep it with the tiles parent. Tiles parent. Let's do it infinite tiles parent. Map level scene. No. Parent container. Also, it's not always infinite. It's also designer's choice. They can flip a boolean there if they want. Good, transparent is this. Just leave it be. And then let's look into the create tile. We got the coordinates. Game object tile equals null. Oh, that is the tile getting brought in. Tile getting brought in. And then the parent. And that's gonna be map parent or parent. Map. TP, toilet paper. Game object TP is the tile's parent. And that is good enough. Where are we? Parent equals TP. And then in the tile's area, we also have a tile's parent. And that is a new game object with a name of area name. Good. And we will send this into the create tile. Where is the create tile? And then it's in there. But what about this then there? Should we not have this be the parent? Would that not make things easier? Tiles parent equal transform. Yes. Very probably. Tiles parent equals this transform. And the transform name equals area name. And the parent now is going to be this transform. Create tile, where are you? There. The prefab and the transform is the parent. Do we have the same thing here? Kind of. We have the tile getting created in these coordinates. The tile prefab is going to put in there. And then we have the parent, which is there. And we do replace an existing tile, yes or no. And there's also going to be a random code in there. Yes, this is going to be involved, but it's needed. Default parameter TP must be compile time constant. 235. What did we miss? Compile time constant? Alright, alright. Sure. You can be. No problem. Sorry about this. Oh, it still doesn't work. Default must be compatible. What? Huh? This is now weird. Well, what are we missing? Game object? What's the difference here? We can't tell it no. And then put it in there. So we're not allowed to give this something. Alright, no problem. Not allowed to give this something. That is fair. Good. Create map. Bzzzt. Ah, I don't think it was complaining down there. It was complaining up here, maybe. No. Create hub, but which one? Oh, now it's just creating the default. If it's no, yeah, that's the best thing. Default tile. Good. If TP equals no, then TP, why can we not do this? Equals tiles parent. Is the dumbest thing we ever had to do. Can it be converted to Unity transform to game object? Oh! 41. Transform game object. Alright. Were they complaining about this here? Surely not. Cannot convert from transform to game object. Yes, you cannot. If tiles parent equals 0. Why is this here, by the way? Copy. Did we change the name? Yeah. That's good. If tiles parent equals 0. Huh? Why? Just to contain your object. Transform name. Create area. Area will be created as children of the transform. This script is on. Good. Should be simple. But what about the other shenanigans we had over here going on? Well, let's see what happens first. Alright, surrounded hole, infinite open world. Let's check out the surrounded hole. It is it is actually not a surrounded hole, but that's fine. Infinite open world is complete, except for there in the middle where we already got the surrounded hole. Beautiful is also running currently. That is nice. Alright, we start. Oh, it's getting created all the time, you know. Start cross. It's getting created all the time. And it keeps doing it. Please don't. And it throws an error. And it keeps doing it. Please, what the hell? That's a little bit of an issue. That would bother me. As a designer, do we hide it? What if we delete this all? Maybe it was just too much. Can we detect what has changed in the begin change check? That is begin change check for certain fields unity. Question. Is a function that a records following derivatives have changed? It is called. Is it inefficient to stuff a bunch of variables between the two functions instead of doing this for every variable? I don't understand the question. Do not understand the question. So it returns the state at this point. Overhead is minimal. Detecting a change on a GUI field. Just think it is material color, new color material. It's super easy with a button layer button change. But for some people, compare colors if you have changed any ideas. Yeah, that is exactly what we're looking at. This matter different from GUI changed, which returns true for any changes to the GUI. Specific set of controls. This indicates the series property. Slider value equals and the coupling update the label if a change occurs. Slider value equals 0,1. This indicates user interaction with the slider. Editor GUI layout label field to check for GUI changes. And it just have the slider inside. That does not help. Detect changes within list fields. Checking which fields and on validate. Change check scope. Check if any control decisions are needed to check if decisions are the code inside. Set it to inside. Is it changed? Nope, nope, nope. So the name, we don't want the name to be changed. That's alright, actually. That's fine. Because we have this troubles there of the running all the time. Give your area a name if you want. Stupid. Let's get rid of it. Give your area a name if you want. Terrible. Bam. And then tiles area, tiles parent, name. Don't need it. If you want this to be a different name, then just change it there. Alright. Good. Are we running? No, but if we uncheck this, we are running. Oh, this is so slow. This This is super slow. This is extremely slow. Yeah, and it still goes there. Preview of the areas created. So if we delete this and have a create thing, and we say area, area 0, and we slap the tiles area on it. And we give it the coordinates, and it's already going to try and do something. Aha. Has been destroyed, yeah, who cares? If it gets destroyed, it must get out of here. It's also something we must code probably. So then -1, -1. And then it puts it in there. Define how many tiles the area is wide. This could be better. Let's define it 3 wide. And then add in different game objects. What if the preview is off? Put it in a cube here. Preview is off. Preview is on. Cube should go there, but it does not. Weird. Give me some prefabs. Maybe the cube is not a good enough prefab. Give me a 3x3. No? It's just not coming. Why not? This is not at all the functionality we're looking for. The actual functionality is something like the ragdoll helper thing is doing. So maybe this is not a good idea. That's very sad. Also, why are we not running? Create designed areas. Does not give us something, but if we press play, it's gonna work probably. Yep, works easily. How come we don't have a preview here? And now the preview is running, and again super slow. This is not how we want it. This is so clumsy, we hate it. How do we fix this? Oh man, this is 1.5 hours and we didn't really make any progress. Just trying to get a nice tool going. Let's start over. This just sucks. This sucks so bad. Create child map area. Custom editor. This is not a custom editor. This is going to be just like the ragdoll helper. All right. Good. So this is nice and all, and it gets created. And now we moved it out of the God object as well for no reason. Which sucks. But maybe the creation is nice. Also, the creation is not nice because of the 1 second. Oh, today is terrible. Let's take a quick break. I am going to be right back. Alright, we're going to do a ragdoll helper style editor script. How will we go on about this? Unity ragdoll helper style editor script. Wizard scripting AI. Ragdoll wizard, create ragdoll. Asset store. No. How do I replicate this direct of physics? Editor scripts for app development. Any example code? Nope. Nope. Help us style editor script then? How do I get rid of these stupid video results? I have not clicked videos here. I click videos, I expect videos. Otherwise I don't. Custom help for editor scripts. What we have been here. And it's crap. Example. Menu item. Static void help. Wait a minute. Create tiled map area. Unity menu item. This looks better. Menu test. Mono behavior, no. How's this? Also, the admin's main menu and inspector window context menu. So maybe we don't need an editor. No, we do need an editor script. Or do we? Name do something to my menu in the menu bar. My menu in the menu bar. Game object. Infinite. Maybe infinite area? This does not need to derive from editor. So we don't need this at all. Maybe. Maybe we just need this. Good, editor will be created. Alright. Transparent. Transparent no longer in use. Good. So we go menu item, do something. Oops, what was this? Wrong button. Good. Menu item. Area, infinite area? Area. Infinite area. It's not gonna be do something, it's gonna say create. Sorry. Create area, obviously. And then it's going to run the create area. Do something. It is going to do something else, maybe. See if this works or not. Let's slap there on the area. Infinite area. Create area. Do something. Alright, so maybe it's as easy as that. What if we delete this? Infinite area is still showing up. Weird. Infinite area, create area. So yeah, we can run this simply from out the editor without an editor script. Is that crazy? Let's see if that is really the case. Because we don't want to overcomplicate things. Oh. Menu item attribute could not be found. But infinite area is still here. Could not be found. Can you find it now in your heart? Yes, you can. All right. So what if we run some code in here now? And we probably need this. Create empty tiles area. And give it a tiles area in here. We need this in the default. Alright, preview, preview is no longer needed. Because we're using the infinite area up there now. Good, define where you want the system to be created. Define how many tiles the area is wide on the x-axis. And populate the list of prefabs. Should be instantiated from bottom to left. From bottom left. From bottom left to right. And from bottom to top. Left to right and from bottom to top. Top. Row by row. Nah, this is descriptive enough. From bottom left to right and from bottom to top. Bottom left to bottom right. I don't know if this is descriptive enough. But yeah, we have this fantastic thing now, create area. Wait a minute, is this already working? What if we say static void do something? That's also nice. What if we run this create area here? Oh. Start coroutine. Create area. Is that how it works? Or do we have to object reference? What? Find start coroutine. Start coroutine. What do you mean? An object reference is required for the non-static field method property monobehavior start coroutine string. An object reference is required. In the 24. In the 24. Yeah. That's it. Create area. Do it. How is this not working now? That's how you start a coroutine. Creative observer was a bit of great designed areas. I don't understand. There it is. Do it. static void do something. I don't understand. Why are you refusing to do this? Create area. That is the reference. It does not like it. For infinite open world, it likes it. Create map. Create map. What is the frickin' problem? Let's put it somewhere else. Oh, static void. Oh, wait a minute. Void? Menu tab. That is the dumbest name. And run this now. Alright. Copy. Good, how about that for an object reference for tiles area menu tab? What the hell, man? Add a menu item. Static void log selected items for name. Transform sensitive for name. Validate the menu ID defined by the function. Validate transform name. Return false if no transform is selected. Add a menu item. Double mass. Add manager, create a custom game object. Can we not just simply do it, please? How about that? Stop annoying me. I want to see a result. Oh, this works now, right? This works now. Just want to run my coroutine here. Maybe that's the problem. Let's not run it in a coroutine. Let's just create the area and creation speed. Enumerate create area, and let's copy paste. It's nice to have this enumerator, but let's have a non-enumerator. Here. Static void. Does do this all, but we don't want to wait. No yield return. No tiles created per frame. No waiting at all. Good, and this. New row starting at ba-ba-bam. It's gonna complain. Keyword this is not valid in static property. 27 contains transform get component tiles area otherwise add us in. Da, 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 da. Good. What else do you not like? Object this again. Please stop this. Just work. An object references equivalent component transform. 27. Component transform. Alright. What if we just leave it out? And just do it. But then we cannot put it in there. But that's a problem for if this works even. Doesn't look like it would work. But now's a problem. Oh, come on. Transform game object. So alright, you're not going to have a parent either. This is all terrible problems that we're gonna have. But maybe we can fix it somehow. Good, the variable task created per frame is assigned. Value never used at 30. Good, that is fair. We do not need it. For this infinite area click button there. Alright, so let's populate this. This is empty. With 2 prefabs. Good. Any which one is fine. And see what happens if we create this. Nope. Does not work. It's a area 33. For each game object in... Oh, you don't want to do it. You don't want to access this script at all with your stupid menu item. So useless. Menu items don't access scripts, apparently. How do we do this? Let's Google it. But it's probably going to tell us here. But let's... Unity access script from menu item. Oh. And again we get this stupid video search results. Can we get rid of this? What are we using? The Firefox. Firefox no video or... hide video results in search extension. Unhook? That's only for YouTube? I mean, most videos are YouTube, so let's add it. Why not? Good. Now, where is our thing? Yeah, we got here videos. Let's search again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. And the video is about create asset menu and scriptable object. You should be able to call menu item in editor script. Access another script from another scene. Menu item turns any static function into menu command. Only static functions can use the menu item attribute. This is not static enough. What if we say it's not static? It's not static, deal with it. It's not static and cannot be used for menu commands. What if we do? Oh, it's taken out. It got taken out. And as soon as we go into another method that is not static, it's gonna complain again. Try to trick it over, but it does not work. But here, what if this menu item had had fields. And then we would not be using this all, but instead the fields of the menu item. Like when we click this, we get instead, I don't know, something. Menu item attribute also to add menu items in context. Search returns any static function to menu command. Only static functions can use. Create a hotkey, don't need. If no special key modifiers, a key can be space character must beside the hotkey. Some special keyword is supported hotkeys. Add menu using your customs be sure to call set parent and align. What? Custom game objects? Yeah, that's what we want. Be sure to call game object utility set parent and align to ensure that the new game object is reparented correctly in the case of a context click. Your function should also call undo register created object undo to make the creation undoable and set selection active object to the newly created object. Also note that in order for a menu item in game object to be propagated into the hierarchy, create, drop down, and hierarchy context menu, it must be grouped with the other game object creation menu items. This can be achieved by setting its priority to 10. Note that for legacy process menu items in game object with no explicit priority, set will receive a priority of 10 instead of the default minus 1000 or whatever. This is all not very helpful. You can use menu item to add menus to the right-click context menu in the project window. We do not want any of this. We want to create object from prefab. Object from prefab in menu. Again, we get the videos. Come on. I thought I had a fantastic extension installed. Clear preview, create asset menu inside project view. Create asset menu. To create asset menu, spawn a prefab just like a script object directly in my project. How is it done? That's what I want to know. Asset path. My temporary prefab. Source new game object root. Source transform. Prefab utility. Save as prefab asset. To spawn a prefab. Don't you want to instantiate a prefab? I gave menu item another shot, and fair enough. Of course, I could add it to the create menu. To the only thing you need to do is the same as going to asset over top menu. So what I had to do was the following: create prefab in object my prefab. Resource folder. No, we don't want this. But I feel like we're getting closer. Still, this is exactly what I want. I'm trying to create an editor script which simply adds a prefab to my scene. I have a bunch of prefabs in a folder called prefabs, but can't work out how to put one of these prefabs in the scene. I have to add I'm new to Unity, but not new to game development in general. Spelled wrong. If anyone could point me in the right direction, I'd be very happy. Thanks, Richard. Right. Richard of York gave battle in vain, by the way. In case you didn't know. Object instead there's the command you're looking for. I'm unsure if this is what you're looking for, but asset data result as a result is a prefab then instantiate. So he's just doing it in the editor script. But the menu item is the problem. I don't understand why this is not working. Let's call this actually static void do something. And this will call the non-static stuff below. And it's going to complain, I promise. Good object references. What? Wait, hold on. Can we not just give it an object reference? Object reference. And we're not allowed this. What if we call it from somewhere else again? Can we call camera main get component infinite open world? Can we call something from here? Like create designed areas. In theory. Probably the same issue here. No, wait, what? So far so good. Missing reference exception. All areas, it doesn't exist anymore. The variable all areas of infinite open world doesn't exist anymore. Really? Infinite open world? All areas? But it does exist. You're lying to me, Unity. Probably need to reassign the order infinite open world. No. Oh, it says missing here. Oh. Alright. Good. And we want to assign it per script as well. And maybe we can, let's see. Good. As easy as that? This could be nice. This could be good. And we're gonna move all this code back where it belongs. Create area. This is going to create the designed areas. And what did we call here? Don't tell me we even called the coroutine. We even called a coroutine here. What the heck? That is good. Area set coroutine. Create area. Create area. We did call this, not that. Area will be created as children transform. So we're going to move this out. Alright. All this stuff. Let's see if it works well or not. Oh yeah. We completely misclicked now. Can we... What the hell? Tiles area, can we have more here? Can we have 50? Oh, 50 would be too much. 12. Oh yeah, and it also... Oh, that's great. Alright, let's go. Let's see what goes here. Sure, this is gonna get created first. And then the rest is gonna get created. If we press play. But what if we want to create it now? Infinite area, create area. It's very slow. And maybe another one, come on, can you do it? Can you do another one? Yes, you can do it. And that is exactly what we not want. We want to call this here instead. Created designed areas from menu. Create designed areas from menu. Create designed areas from menu here. Good. And then this create designed areas from menu. This is going to get called. Area. Bum, 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 bum. Create designed areas from menu. Whoop. And it's going to be immediately done. Wait a minute. Is that a big deal? It might be. Because if we keep doing it with many areas, we're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. Right. Is it then going to complain again here? No. It will not. Now, create area. This is going to be create areas again. And it's going back into the infinite open world. Here. Areas then create areas. Create areas. Public enumerator create areas. Joop. And then infinite don't need this anymore. All areas contains this. We're going to go through all areas and just make them happen. Slowly but steadily. Right, and when this is done, we will see. Creation speed, is any areas done? And we're going to run this create areas here. Start coroutine. Create areas. As map defined as many tiles, create map, and then the map move. Checks positioning of every mode to keep the level centered around the player character. Good. This is not an update, but it is on coroutine to be able to define wait time within execution as needed. Good. Then populates the list of tiles in the create area method in the tiles area script. No, that's not what it does. That is something else. Area will be created as transform script is on. No, this is also not. From menu. Designer can use a menu item to instantiate an area into the scene immediately. Good. Okay, designed areas for menu. Boop. Alright. And this goes in the tiles area. This comes from the tiles area. Good. Alright, let's see. There's an error. Tiles area is inaccessible. And that's why we're telling this everybody who's starting out with Unity all the time. What you want to do is make everything public. It's going to save you a lot of trouble. Good. The name IOW does not exist. 129. Good. Because we're in now where we belong. And then this is nice, but I think we wanna see it happen again. Unassigned variable tiles parent is somewhere. And since we can do whatever we want here, we can do this here. This transform. There's no need for this when we use transform. Transform. Oh, and it goes behind the prefab, of course. To prefab? Where is this coming from? For each prefab and all tiles of area. All tiles of area, where is this coming from? Here in the list. Perfect. Transform a game object. It's going to be the parent. Alright. See if it works. Immediately it does work. Beautiful. We need a button to delete all areas, maybe. Create area. This will create an area. This should create all areas, actually. Very possibly. Create areas. Then delete all areas, and this is exactly good. Infinite area. Create areas. Let's define them differently. Let's say the area width is not 0. It shouldn't be 0 at all. This should be a range. How do we do ranges again? Just by saying range. That makes sense. Range 1 to something reasonable. 50. Good. Dun, 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 dun. Area width is from 1 to 50. Good. And let's give it a I don't know, 6 maybe, or 5. Let's see how that looks, because we cannot imagine. Perfect. Good. And then when we press play, this all will be ignored, and the map will get done around it. And when we press stop, it's still gonna be there. And if we change something, like we say this is gonna be only 3, and then create it, what's gonna happen? They're gonna create anything beyond it. Should we not delete all areas beforehand? Click this button. Something like that. Oh, this is genius. We like this so much better than what we had before. We really do see a preview of the map that we're creating. And for the designer's convenience, we're going to make all these prefabs resemble little mountains or something. Mountains and trees, sort of forests. Gonna mess around with the colors as well. And the property thingy that we learned last lesson. Property, I don't know. Property block, that's right. Material property block trick we're going to use to make everything look different and not have our asset folder cluttered up like no tomorrow. So if a designer loads this into the game, they're going to be surprised that there is nothing in here. Going to say, wait, this is nothing? But then they're going to watch the video and they're going to see what they can do with this very easily. So that's great, and I'm looking forward to the next one. We solved this problem, now we just have to make the behavior a little bit more what we want it to be. And we will be back with more streaming, but video games this time. Looking forward to playing some RimWorld later on, and I hope you join me. If not, I will see you then another time. Until then, have a good day and a good night.